Confusing a class and an ID when it comes to CSS can be a big nightmare to unravel when it comes to coding and web design. And knowing the difference between the two can be monumental and is essential to saving time and sanity. Hey there, I'm Danielle, web and graphic designer, bringing you tech tips and tutorials to help you stand out from the crowd. So adding a class or an ID to your website can greatly speed up and personalize it. The ability to make easy, quick design changes is a great thing. But how do these work? The difference. A class and an ID share a common purpose to make things easily identifiable when using CSS. But this is where they differ. How you use them are two different things. And class is like a group or a class of students. Any CSS rule applied to this class will be made across all items that share that class, which is great when you need to group things together, say like affiliate links on a blog post. An ID is like a name, individual and specific to just that one thing. An ID is only used for one thing, and this is good for individual changes when you don't want to affect everything else. For example, if you had an image in your sidebar that you wanted to apply some CSS to, then you could easily use an ID to make changes to just this one image. So how do you set them in HTML? So when adding a class or an ID in HTML, it's just a teeny tiny bit of code that you add to something. So class and ID are just that, and in the parentheses is where you put the name you're giving it. So this is the name that you'll reference when you use CSS style rules. Now you can add this to any HTML element that you'd like that you want to add it to. Note that when you're using a class, you need to add the class to every element that you're including this on. So what I have here is one of my blog posts, and I've got the text version up. Now you could add a class or an ID to just about anything here. You can see that the images have a class currently. You could add it to certain headings, certain clickable link tags. So to use them in CSS, it's rather easy as long as you can remember how to refer to the class or the ID, because they are both different. To reference a class, you enter a period and then the name of the class that you used. To reference a class, you enter a period and then the name of the class that you used. Being sure to note that anything with underscores or capital letters or hyphens need to be exactly the same as they were when you referenced it, or else it will not apply. So any rules that were applied here would be applied to all affiliate link class items. So referencing an ID is very similar, but it uses a number sign. So you would enter the number sign and then your ID. So any rules that were applied here would be applied to the one item that had the ID of sidebar freebie image. Don't forget to subscribe for new videos every Thursday at 9 a.m. Central. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.